Alright, good morning, traders. Hope everyone's having a fantastic morning so far. If you could hear, I'm a little under the weather, guys. Do have a little bit of a cold, but it's nothing too bad for me to miss a trading day over. But I'm definitely gonna be taking it a little bit easy today. Just a change in weather happens every year. Weather starts getting cold and get a little under the weather, but I'm fine here and ready to go. So let's get into this pre-market analysis. Let me pull over a chart. Yep, I do see that. For some reason, the level 2 here is like, it's weird. I can't minimize it. See, it can only go down or up. Like I said, each Pro has been a little bit weird. Yeah, so I've been trying to play around with it, but not working right there. So just gonna have to deal with it. Really, the blast off momentum is really the number one scanner I want to be looking at. You could find this stuff on like FinViz overbought. You could just go on filter high RSI, and you could find that there. But anyways, let's get into this pre-market pre-market analysis. All right, let's see. All right. So we have about, we have about 3 stocks on the watch list this morning. NVAB, NAVB, IC, and XNET. So we have 3 stocks on watch at the moment. Let's get into NAVB because this is the hottest play at the moment, top gappers. And this is where most eyes are at the moment. You guys can see NVAB up 53% at the moment. They did have phase 2 news. So we did have a headline similar yesterday to IC. We had a similar headline on these two. Now on NVAB, let me just confirm. Let me just 1 second. I'm trying to confirm the float again because I was getting a few different numbers on the float on NVAB. So Yahoo has it around 11 million. Some people were saying, it's more around 7 million. So I'm just gonna go with the 11 million on Yahoo Finance, but it's definitely not a micro float here, but still having some great range. Lows at 80 cents and has a high of 150. So does have some decent range here. You can see it's riding the 72.89 EMA so far pretty nicely this morning. Held $1 pretty well. Definitely not a bad risk here if you guys got in around 105, 106, versus $1. Definitely not a bad risk reward there with some good upside on NAVB. As far as the baseline volume, looking at here, it's decent. It's nothing spectacular, but it's still pretty good on NAVB. Overall volume 1.4 million on NAVB. Let me just see if SSR is on it. I don't believe it was on. Let me just double check. So no SSR on NAVB. Now let's look at some of the statistics. So we do have an insider ownership right around 22%. So it's a pretty good number. We like 30% or higher. 22%, not bad on NAVB. Short float around 7%, not bad either. Market cap 13 million, and we have some other statistics down there, but usually don't get into those. We just like the float, short float, insider, institution, and look at the market cap. All right, now let's look at the daily. Look at the daily here. Do like how we don't have much overhead here. I do like the daily. You guys can see here we have this 200-day moving average here, right around 167. So you could see, it's kind of like a magnet gravitating towards that moving average. So I do like the daily with, I like how we have no overhead resistance here. You see, you look left, you see nothing. So that's a nice daily here on NAVB as far as, no overhead resistance. All right, now let's look at some of these higher volume days. You can see here did 6 million, nothing crazy. nothing crazy, but we'll look what it did that day. So we opened up at 78 cents, hit a high of 90 cents, and we closed below the open there. Let's look at the volume day here. We did around 4 million. Did around 4 million. Opened up at 72 cents, hit a high around 79, and closed below the open. But you can see these are still low volume days. You know, I anticipate NAVB to at least do over 10 million in volume today. Excuse me. I do anticipate this thing to do over 10 million in volume today. Already doing 1.4 million. I'm sure it's gonna outperform these volume days here. So we never had any massive sort of volume day. Let me just look if I'm missing anything. Yeah, 400K. All right. Yeah. So now we're getting too far back. So, you know, can't really go off too much by those days. But if you want, you could. But you know, NAVB definitely on pace to do its highest volume day to date on the play here. So what can we look at for possible open? So let's map out our lines here. Gonna map out, you know, a $1 line. Gonna map out this 150 line. And right now I'm gonna map out 125. So these are our lines here on NAVB. We could, we could have a pullback to $1 at open. Maybe, 95, 96, reclaim $1 and push. So we could look for a possible red to green move, weak open curl. Or it's possible, we could see this thing, spike on up, form some sort of ABCD pattern, and go. But obviously, we do have to see how the volume looks at open. I still preach this every day. I'm going to drill it into you guys. Got to see how the volume looks. Got to see how the price action looks. You guys remember PDS, what was it, PDSB yesterday? Or was it PTSB? Damn, forgot the ticker. But yesterday we had like the ticker the other day. It wasn't bad. Had SSR, low float, Bitcoin news. XNET was running off Bitcoin, and we saw that one absolutely get smoked yesterday. Granted that the volume was a lot weaker on that one. The volume's a little bit better on NAVB, but you guys get what I'm saying. That we could open up and it could be a dud. It could have no volume. The bids just disappear, and it could drop on down. So you got to see how it looks at open. And then we could go from there on NAVB. And then we could go from there. Yep. So that's kind of the deal with this one. I didn't reserve any borrows. Not loving it on the short side. If anything, I'm leaning a little bit more towards the long side, but I'm not in love with it on the long side. It's maybe one of those I'm gonna keep on watch. I see something I really like, then I'll go and attack. But for now. There's other plays that I think have some better potential, at least for me. What's going on, C-Dub? Thank you, Sterling Trader. Yep, PBTS. Yep, yeah, that was the ticker from yesterday. All right, cool. All right, so let's get into the next play. I see this was yesterday's play, a little bit tricky, but does have a gap down this morning on let me see. E-Trade Pro, what's going on? Alright, yeah, so we do have a gap down on EC on pretty light volume. Had a high volume day yesterday. I did take a late day short on this one. Had a 187 average the other day, and I did cover right around here like 168s, but it was just the overall tricky play. Today it's have a gap down 7% on lighter volume, so I will potentially be watching this one for pops to get short into. If I see this thing start to pop on weak volume, if I see it, 170s, could look to possibly start and build a short position on EC into pops on weak volume on IC. So I'll be looking for possible day 2 short here on IC. XNET. Now XNET also, this one has a large gap down 13%. We went from $2 all the way to what is it, 680. So we went from $2 to 680 without any red days so far. This is gonna be day 3 now on XNET. So it could be today could be the day we could see XNET start to unwind a little bit. This morning in pre-market, the volume is much lighter than some other days on XNET. But still, you still got to be cautious on this one. Now SSR looks like it will be open, to start the day. So we could see it, continue to trap shorts, but I do think that today is today could be the day that it could start to unwind on XNET. So I got to see how the volume looks at open. I want to see how it reacts to this $5 mark, maybe even this 525, 550 area. If you start to break over 550, I'll probably avoid it. So I'll be watching pops to 5 to 5, 525, and 550, seeing how it looks. If it ever reclaims 550. I won't be interested in the short side. Won't be interested on the short side. So XNET definitely going to be keeping this one on watch. Did reserve some borrows for possible short on XNET this morning, and that's not to say that it couldn't be a good long today. It's definitely possible. XNET could continue to curl, trap again this morning and keep going. So make sure you guys are trading your own plan. But for me, day 3, I really can't be looking to long on a day 3. I usually like long just on day 1s. Day 2, sometimes, like yesterday, I did take a long XNET on the day 2. Most of the time, I strictly like longing on day 1. So it's going to be the game plan on XNET. Look for morning pops to 525, 550 area. See how it looks. See how the tape looks. See how the volume looks. And I could look to start to build some short on XNET for an unwind today. All right, that's going to be it for the game plan, the morning watch list. All right, cool. So we got about 5 minutes till this market opens on up. You guys know what I'm watching. You guys know what my my plan is. I'm sure I'm not missing anything. Oh yeah, we did have some shipper action. We did have some shipper action yesterday in after hours and this morning over in pre-market. So good job if anyone stuck through the the shipper hold, because GLBS did go on a nice little move here. Friday is November 1st, and you guys know historically, shippers have ran in the past in November, so are seeing a little action today. So we'll continue to monitor the shippers throughout the week. But so far, we haven't got any serious volume on these shippers. Like 5, 6, 7, 8 million shares. But these are the ones that you would expect to possibly go on some sort of rip. GLBS 1.7 million in float. Tops is a low float, and we do have CTRM as well. So we'll just monitor throughout the week over on the shippers. Joe, NAVB, the only reasonable long this morning. Well, yeah, man, it's totally up to you. Whatever meets your strategy, whatever meets your criteria. But I would say NAVB does have potential to continue to rise on up on the long side on this play. I'm not in love with it on the long side on NAVB, but I could definitely see the long thesis on it. Good news, good headline, has some room to run on the daily chart here on NAVB. Nice steady uptrend so far over in pre-market. We have been seeing some bidders here also on the tape, so I could see the long thesis here, and I could see the short thesis as well on NAVB. So definitely be keeping this one on close watch this morning. But I'm definitely going to be more focused on IC, and I'm going to be focused on XNET. FIT, buyout rumors. Yeah, kind of looking a little barcodey. When you see something like that, not too interested in something like that on fit. I don't know too much. I don't know too much enough to really give you an opinion on FIT. But the daily chart putting in some higher lows here. Just broke over $5. A strong resistance line. Got over the 200 day. So yeah, I don't really know too much enough about this. Almost 1 billion in market cap. So and a higher flow. So a little bit out of my niche here, but Not a bad looking daily chart there on FIT. All right, so we got about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. This market opens. Gonna update the scanners here. Let's see. Yeah, there was news on MDJH. Was some news there on MDJH. Yeah, that one has ran in the past. Is lower in the float, so could turn our attention towards that one if it ever gets any sort of volume towards it. There we go. At least one of these level 2s work. There we go. Alright, so make sure you guys are sticking to your game plan, sticking to your setups. No FOMO, and let's all have a good trading day. Alright, your market is open. Let's see, NAVB here. Let's see, IC getting a little bit of a pop. XNET dropping at open. NAVV so far pretty weak volume out of the open. Pretty. Oh wait, some reason something's going on with this my E-Trade here. Volume is a lot different than trade ideas. Alright, looks better now. Alright, so I think a little bit of a glitch. May have to call up. So let's see, XNET falling out of the open there. Didn't get that morning pop that I would have preferred on XNET. Would have much preferred a morning pop on a weaker volume on XNET. So it did get a weak open. Bounced off 470. Now starting to curl back on up on XNET. So we'll see how it looks from this red to green move. We'll see if it's gonna fall through in the red to green move, or it's gonna have some trouble getting back over that that $5 mark. If you guys want to be more aggressive on it, you could maybe enter small, risking the paper cut if you guys like it on the short side. So let's see, IC did get a morning pop to 166. Kind of was looking for more of 170-ish on IC. So we'll see how it looks on the next pop on IC. So XNet's having some trouble here at 490. It's having some trouble here at 490. So I'm watching XNet here. Are having some trouble here at this 490 mark. Let's see, NAVB. NAVB holding 110. So that one's holding that 110 area. Here comes NAVB testing 120 now. Testing this 120 mark. There's a new low a day there on XNet. New low a day right there. And there's 460s now. So just watching at the moment. Yeah, it is 450s now on XNET. So good job if anyone took that short. 490s risking 5. Didn't get aggressive on it, and personally I didn't enter there. Was waiting for a little bit more of a pop, but great job if anyone did. Definitely see supply and demand start to take into effect here on XNET. We just did over 100 million in volume in 2 days. Now we're doing extremely lesser in volume so far this morning. It's 440s XNET, so XNET really giving back here. So let's see if we could get some sort of pop on XNET. Maybe 470s. Collect the joint trend, and there's 430. So XNET really going here. A good job if anyone did take that short on XNET. So I can't chase weakness. It's pretty much the same thing, as chasing a play on the long side, just going the other way. So I'd need to see some sort of pop up to 470s, 480s, and then a rejection if I'm gonna join the XNET trend to the downside. Here's GLBS, a little bit of a pop. Nice seed up, 503 average. Very nice. Yeah, I would have much preferred a morning pop on XNET. We did get that washout. So I was kind of waiting to see if we are going to break 520s to start in there, risking 550s. Let's see, NAVB. NAVB is trying here. It is trying. Yeah, careful on CEI, guys. CEI is pretty toxic. That's a very toxic ticker. Just a giant bag call. They do the same thing every time. They reverse split, and they offer, goes back down to 0. Reverse split, offer, goes back down to 0. Kind of the same thing with that one. Just collecting a bunch of bag holders. All right, NAVB still holding on up. Still holding on up. Other than that, not really seeing anything else. You see light volume across the board here. Light volume across the board. Yeah, CEI is a trash stock. See every time, just reverse split, offer. Same deal with that one. Come on, XNET, any pops? There's NAVB, nice. NAVB, some volume. New high a day right there. Definitely still see a lot lower on XNET. Could definitely see sub 4 today on XNET. But don't want to chase this weakness here. Would have to wait for a pop to start to join in. Chris, you're in the NAVB at 124. All right, good luck to you, man. Good luck to you. This is definitely the hot play of the day over on NAVB. Let's see if we could get over this 130 mark. Nice see if you guys are in NAVB. All right. It's like bidder did pop back in there on XNET. Starting to push a little bit. Could just be some spoofing, but we'll see here on XNET. Let's see, C-Dub 140 for a short. I think this is going to be a little bit more of a tricky one. C-Dub on the short side on NAVB. I think it's going to be a little bit more of a tricky one. Kind of like IC yesterday. That's how I kind of see it. Very similarities to IC yesterday. So, if anything, maybe a short scalp at 150. If you're interested on the shorts, on the short side, maybe wait for a parabolic. Towards like these pre-market highs, right around like 147, 148, risking that 150 level for just a quick little scalp, maybe back to like 125, 120. I could definitely see that. As far as getting in here, kind of hoping for an all-day fader, just not seeing it right there. Yeah, Sterling. I'm gonna be avoiding it on the short side. Not an ideal short setup for me on NAVB. Let's see, GLBS, some highs there, 290s. TOPS, alright, seeing some shipper action. Still late on volume, but seeing the shippers creep on up a little bit. So if anyone new watching the stream today, we do have a Discord chat. Links down below in the description. definitely go check out our Discord chat. 100% free. No payments. We have over 1,500 traders now, which is incredible. So definitely go check that out if you guys are new to watching the stream or just new to velocity trading in general. We also do have a options live stream as well. If anyone's interested in learning about options or want to improve your knowledge on options, go check out Velocity Trading Options on YouTube. Alex is live streaming simultaneously to when I am. I gotta have BYND 85. That was a fun pump there on BYND. I liked it so much because it traded like a low flow. At one point, the flow was like 4 or 5 million. So that was a fun one. Yep, we did talk about that in pre-market. NAVB is doing all-time high in volume. You can see it already doing around 7 million so far this morning. GLBS going for $3. Let's see XNET. Need to see that a little bit higher on XNET. Need to see that a little bit higher if I'm going to look to start in that one. And NAVB still holding this uptrend. Still holding this uptrend on the play here. So if you guys are in any trades, or you took any trades, type in over there in chat. I love seeing what you guys are up to. Love seeing what you guys are trading. No trades so far for me today. Just watching XNET on a possible pop to look to join for a potential unwind today. I was watching IC, but I'm not liking not liking what I'm seeing over there on IC. It still feels a little trappy to me on that play, so I'm not I'm not trusting that one too much over there on IC. All right, cool Casper, you're in NAVB 121 average. You're not liking the situation though. I kind of like what I'm seeing on NAVB. I like what I'm seeing. Nice uptrend so far. Haven't been paying attention to the tape too much, though, I'll be honest. I'm more watching the XNET tape, more watching the IC tape. But, this is, as far as technicals, this is looking good right here. Nice uptrend, holding trend, putting in some higher lows. Got to get over this 130 top. Next level will be, upper 140s on NAVB. C-Dub, kind of looking in that 470s area, that 470 area on XNET. But I'm just being a little cautious here on XNET. I did see that bidder pop on in on XNET. Let's see, NAVB still holding up trend here. Can throw a trend line there and on that play. Yeah, C-Dub, I actually did just cancel my order there on XNET. Looks like it is starting to reverse here. Did hold that 450 mark, put in a higher low there. Still seeing a bidder on the tape here. So did cancel my order there. So I'll just be reacting and waiting here on XNET. Yeah, C-Dub, the thesis is still intact, 100%. The unwind thesis is still intact for today. Just maybe we could squeeze some of these shorts out. Then we could reattack, a little bit later. SES, let's see. A little bit of a pop. Matt, so where do you learn to read the tape? Just just keep watching. Just keep watching. My live streams. I have the tapes up every day. If you're in our Discord chat, I do have another channel. A guy does post his level 2 replays on every single play. So the way you're gonna learn is just continuing to watch it and look for certain things in the tape. Look for soaking. Look for bid propping. Watch the velocity of the tape, and that's just how you're gonna learn. Just keep watching it over and over again. A lot of screen time. Teaching you how to read the tape is extremely hard. I don't think you could find. I don't think anyone does it, to be honest. I'm not sure if there's any, YouTuber or mentor that's gonna teach you how to read the tape. It just kind of comes with experience and a lot of screen time. So just continue to watch my level 2s here, and I do have a channel over in Discord to a guy who posts all the replays from the small cap runners. And sorry if you guys hear any noise in the background, it's my dog. He's just chewing on a bone. Yep, Sterling Trader, go into Discord and type in, go to the educational room. Did someone delete it? We had some troll in our room who just deleted everything. Kind of got me irritated. I don't know how he made himself moderator and just deleted everything. So I'm gonna have to repost that for you. I'm gonna have to repost that. Someone did delete it. Yeah, he does. He loves his bones. Yeah, he has so much energy. He's a big dog, so it's really hard to. He needs to go on like 2 walks a day, or he's just gonna go crazy. Oh, if you follow me on Twitter, actually, I did retweet it yesterday to the channel. So if you followed me on Twitter, it's you guys looking at in the link. It's Nick Trades 20. And I did retweet it yesterday. Yeah, Travel Thoughts. I don't allow anyone. It's just me and Alex, but some guy, I guess he hacked and he was able to delete all of our things. He deleted every single one of uh, my trade logs, my P&L. So he deleted a lot of stuff. But I banned him. He's gone, so don't have to worry about that. All right, but so far, 9:55. Just watching, waiting at the moment. Watching XNET. Just keeping an eye on NVAB. Yeah, see, I see. Being cautious on that one. Being cautious on that one. When I kind of see that weak open curl, it's almost 10 o'clock now. I tend to avoid on the short side. At the same time, I won't long it either. But I would have liked that right out of the morning. We got a morning push, 170s. I would have took the short, but seeing this now looks pretty trappy to me on IC, and that one was a pain in the butt yesterday. So I'm gonna avoid that. I'm gonna avoid that one on IC. But if you guys still like it on the short side, this would be the level that I would have start building a short position 170s. Yep, C-Dub. If you if you study the day two play, the best examples, the best ones of that setup is when we get that weak morning pop to short into. When you see when you see it start to happen around like 10 o'clock and it starts to curl and it's holding this nice steady uptrend, it tends to have a higher chance of squeezing. But let's see. Let me look around. Look at these top gainers. Let me see if I'm make sure I'm not missing anything. NAVB. Watching this one. DMPI light volume. GLBS. Nothing going on over there. EER. Euros. All right. Yeah. So we're not missing anything. Uh, just watching NVAB. Give me 1 second, guys. Apologize. Coming back. Let's see. XNET coming down to 450. You'll see if 450 is going to hold or not. NAVB kind of going sideways a little bit right here. Kind of channeling between, 120, 130. So let's see if 450 holds here on XNET. NAVB, a little bit of a breakdown there of 120. Below that, it's gonna have some 110 support. So we'll see if it could find a base around 410. XNET looking weak here. A little bit of weakness here on XNET. So 440. Let's see what the bidder does here at 440. Still sitting there. So just being patient though, just waiting for the trades to come to me. Willing to miss setups if the stock's not going to come and do what I wanted to. So you guys could see on XNET, I could have been aggressive, started in at 5, but if I did and then it did what I wanted, popped 520s, 550s, and went the other way, I could have had too much size and could have spelled some trouble. But instead, I was being patient and was waiting for the trade to come to me rather than forcing it. And sometimes you're gonna miss your setup doing that, but in the long run, that's gonna keep you around in this game. I've been looking at my recent trades. A lot of my trades recently have been some forced setups. Not waiting for the ideal setup, the ideal stock. If I go a day or two without trading, I'm perfectly fine with that. If there's nothing I see that's ideal, no reason to trade. So let's see, NAVB trying to get back over view up here. Let's see. Let's see IC 160s. It's a little bit of a slower morning today. I don't love these stocks either. I don't really love playing stocks, under $2. Kind of my favorite price range is like, $2 to $6. Those are my favorite price range. NAVB, a little cheap. I'll still play a $1 stock, but I kind of prefer playing $2 plus, like $2 to $6, 2 to 7. Oh yeah, Carlos. Actually, I did re-enter there. You know what you're talking about? I know what you're talking about. Right off the stream, I should have kept the stream like a little bit longer yesterday, but my dog was kind of really bothering me, and he wanted to, leave the house. So I did end the stream early yesterday, and like maybe like 2 minutes after the stream, I took a trade on XNET off that higher low pattern, and I did have a nice winner on it. Yeah, that's the rest of the risk you guys run when you're looking for the washout long. Uh, you run the risk of, sometimes it's really hard to pick the bottom. Sometimes really hard to pick the bottoms on that washout long setup. So I always say it's better to wait for the higher low pattern. And actually, right here is where I entered. Got in right here on the 6 reclaim, risking 580, and I wrote it up here to 650s. So I did have one more trade after the live stream yesterday. No, I had two more trades. I did take the IC setup, and I think I had like one more scalp like over here on XNET. Nice, Jeremiah, 6 to 657, sweet. Ricky, yeah, feels like a Wednesday. Let's see, Casper, I'm not sure, Casper. I'm not sure. There's NVAB, nice. NVAB's some new highs right there. Sweet. Travel thoughts. Didn't enter XNET. I'm not in anything right now. Was looking for the pop on XNET. Was looking for 470s to start in short and build a short position. But I did cancel my order after seeing the spitter. Look at him. He's playing around now. 110K shares right there now. So definitely some gains being played here in the tapes again, but still overall light in the volume on XNET. But I'd kind of like to see it squeeze a little bit and then maybe start in short for some backside. Even if we get like 520s, then we have a huge def candle, which slams down. So I'll be monitoring it throughout the day on XNET. But just staying cautious. Check the Discord. Let me see. Preston, thank you for that. I'll right after the stream. I'll message you because I'm not entirely sure how to do that. But if you could, maybe walk me through that, I'd greatly appreciate that. All right, JJ, you're in NVAB at 125. Sweet. We're gonna have some resistance here, in the 140s. We're gonna have some 140 resistance. So definitely not a bad idea to lock some things in around 140s here as we come up, because we do have pre-market highs right around here at 147, 148. So that is a line that you do want to be aware of. But great job for any longs on NVAB. So that was a nice candle right there. We did almost 1 million in volume on that push right there. So nice, nice strong green candle there on NVAB. Chris, do I use time risk? Yeah, for a short, I'll have like a time, I maybe won't hold through. So, if I'm in a short, I don't like holding shorts through lunch hours. Makes me a little nervous because I see a lot of games happen over lunch hours. So, for a short, I'll probably, close it, if we enter lunch hours. As far as a long, maybe if there's like a high risk of an offering, I'll take it off, into lunch. But usually, along, I'll hold it out. I'll see the trade through until my stop loss hits. Sweet, seeing a lot of you guys killing on NVAB. Well, that's what I like to see. I like to see you guys banking. JJ, alright, cool. You have a stop loss in? Nice. That's what I like to see. I like to see that. XNET kind of tricky here. Felt like this would have, felt like this should have flushed a little bit more by now on XNET. So it does make me even more wary on the short side. Definitely seems like someone's, propping this on up on XNET. Let's see. So we're gonna see, previous resistance act as new support here. So we had 130 resistance. Now let's see if 130 is gonna hold up as new support. Below that, we'll have 120, and then we'll have 110. Those are the lines, and then we're gonna have 150, even like some upper 140 resistance. Basically, these pre-market highs. This is where I expect, maybe seeing some shorts start to, start to look to hammer in here a little bit. 140s, maybe even around here. Risking that 150 level. ABCD day. Yeah, I see a little bit of ABCD pattern here. We got A, got our B, our pullback, C this higher low, and then D the push. So yeah, good job spotting that out. So if you guys are enjoying the stream today, drop a thumbs up. You guys want to help support the channel, we greatly appreciate it. And also, if anyone wants to do a guest speaker tomorrow, I'm down with it. If Dennis, Casper, anyone wants to hop on the mic with me tomorrow for a little bit, maybe right after the morning session. So if you guys want to do that, that's totally cool. Or if you want to hop on early, whatever you guys want. I'm cool with it. I did say I would have a guest speaker on this week. Stevie, salute to you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Do this live every single day, Monday through Friday. Scanners go up around 8:40, and I usually stream till around 10:30, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Yeah, 440s. 440's got a pull here. Then I think we'll get that flushed, but it seems like definitely being propped here on XNET. So NVAB can get over that. Did crack that 130 line. Let's see how it reacts to 120, and below that we do have 110. All right, C-Dub, I'll be cheering you on, man. Definitely be cheering you guys on for you guys short over on XNET. Yeah, Devin, you guys know what I mean. NVAB and NVAB, NBEV. You guys know what I mean. So still holding on up here on NAVB. Still holding on up here. Quick little breakdown of 130. Now it's right back on up. Holding this nice uptrend, the whole morning. Even in pre-market, just nice steady uptrend. Never really broke trend here on NAVB. Just a really strong stock all morning. We did almost, and in that one candle, we did almost 1 million in volume. So really strong stock here on NAVB. C-Dub, I definitely see what you're saying there, man. I wouldn't want to be stepping in front of this one short either. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I'll do that, guys. On tickers that I can't pronounce correctly, I may just call it how it sounds, in my head. Sometimes I'll do that. Trader dyslexia. Yeah, I think I have a case of trader dyslexia. SES getting a bounce. Nice little red to green move there. Oh, it wasn't a red to green move, excuse me. Got a U-shaped pattern here. C-Dub looking for 425. Yeah. I think if we pull if 440s, if this guy pulls his order, I could definitely see some longs, running for the doors. We could see a nice flush. Oh, Casper, you're short also? I don't think I've ever seen you take a short, Casper. I don't think I've ever seen you take a short. All right, here we go. Right here at 440. Let's see how the bid side looks here. Let's see how the bid side looks. So let's watch the 103 order. Yeah, C-Dub, I totally agree with you there. Not just saying to you, Casper, for a lot of traders, this is at least how I like to look at it. I mean, some people may look at it differently, and they may see something they don't like and they take it off. But I think it's very crucial for traders to let the trade work on out. Stick to your targets and stick to your stop losses. No reason to get scared out, get wicked out, because in the long run, if you're not meeting your targets, you're taking profits too soon, or you're cutting it too soon. It may skew your account in the long run. You wanna strive to meet those targets, meet your 2-to-1s, meet your 3-to-1s, especially on the short side. Borrow fees are gonna add up. Big account or large account, they're gonna add up the borrow fees. So I think it's very crucial that you guys are meeting and sticking to your targets and meeting your risk rewards. Yeah, Casper, you do you, man. I don't want to influence anyone's trading. I don't want to influence anyone's trading. If you don't like it, then get on out. I like to do that. I like to take early profits, early targets. I like to call it like safety sells. So I like to take profits a little early. But it's still meeting my target though. I may have a second target in mind, but like I usually have like two targets in mind. So I'll have that little bit of an earlier target, maybe just where 2 to 1 is, and then maybe I'll have a bigger, sell maybe 3 to 1 or 4 to 1. Let's see, there it goes. 440s. Looks like shorts kind of got frustrated there, and you see some of them start to cover here. They're just not budging that 440 bidder, just staying there, holding it, propping it on up. So it is 10:26, guys. I may give the stream maybe like maybe like 10-15 more minutes here. Go to around like 10:45, 10:50ish. I'll just continue to watch XNET and we'll watch NAVB here. Still holding on up. That's really it. Just watching these two plays at the moment. I see what you're saying, Casper, but I mean, you shouldn't really have a big loss if you have a nice tight stop. I mean, if you're only risking let's just say you're risking 20 cents to make 40. I don't think you're gonna take a massive loss, right? Unless you have a dollar stop and you're only looking to make 20 cents. You know what I mean? Now, even though my last two trading days, I had red days. They're considered to be small. Keeping my red days small. Having tight stops, tight risk. It's all risk management trading. I could on my next 3 days I could have red days, and I bet you I'll still be green on the month, or even my next 4 days, because I had a few days this month where I had monster winners. I let my winners run, and keeping my red days small, and that it's gonna lead me. And that's going to keep me going in this game. I'm going to end the month green. Even though I had my last 2 days were red, and I actually had a good amount of red days this month. This month wasn't the best in terms of accuracy this month for me. And I'll show you guys my trade review at the end of the month. I'll show you guys, my red days, my green days. This month hasn't been great for me accuracy-wise. I haven't been as accurate on my trades in the past. But since I had a few big green days, I'm gonna be green on the month. Pretty well into the green actually. Well, let's see. It is 10:30 right now. Let's see. SES. It's pretty light on volume here. SES kind of looking to me like it's just getting a kind of a dead cat bounce here, all $5. Could be some big shorts covering here on SES. Not something that I would long. Sorry about that, Casper. Nightbot doesn't like you. We know that. Yeah, Casper and Nightbot have a lot of beef. They have a lot of beef. Same thing with Bike. I haven't seen Bike in a little while. Nightbot's not a big fan of Bike either. Oh, here's XNET, 440. Let's see. Let's see if he refreshes the order, though. Let's see if he's going to actually get chipped here or if he's going to refresh the order. Looks like 67K went through there, so it looks like he did get chipped there. Saw that, right? Some big sell orders there took him out, so there we go on XNET. Let's see if we get some more of a flush here. Great job for, good job over there, C-Dub, man. Sticking through the short, man. Here we go, 430s. Let's see if we get 420s. You'd cover here, Casper? I would have. Yeah, I would have covered. I would be thinking, more like 410s, 420s. I kind of like where C-Dub's looking to get out. 420s. If I was in at 5, that would have been my ideal exit target on XNET. Look at STS. STS, nice grind. Let's see NVB. NVB is still strong. NVB is still a strong looking play right here on NVB. Be careful on this one on the short side. Nice. 425, 416, 403. SES, $8 now. Look at that. Look at that. 433, 73K. So, looks like we have another bidder there around 430. Another bidder right around 430. So I guess we're back at this again, XNET. Back to just going sideways until it either breaks down or starts to pop on up a little bit. I'm probably going to give it, guys, another 10 more minutes because it doesn't look like I'm going to be getting into anything this morning. I would have liked XNET, just didn't get a big enough pop for me to get in onto the short side. But that definitely was my favorite play this morning. NAVB, great one, especially in the long side. If anyone, I know a lot of traders took this one actually, so great job this morning on NAVB. It's still holding on up, so we'll see if we could see, some 140s, 150s on that one. IC, just not in play anymore over there. So just gonna be watching NAVB and XNET. Want to hop off the stream? I'll continue to watch these two plays, and also we are having some SCS action as well. So SCS with some nice action this morning as well. Batman and Robin are at it. SCS BIMI. Good one. Yeah, those two love each other. Those two love each other. Yeah, definitely see it up. It's not good to have the home run mentality on every single play. You know what I mean? But if you see a great setup, a great looking A+ setup, you think it has some home run potential, then go for it, man. Because I'd be lying. I think it's important. Maybe if you're not, maybe if you're a scalper or not, but I think it's important if you're like a trend trader to have that home run play here every now and then. I'm not saying go hit home runs every day, but I think you kind of need one of those maybe like once or twice a month to really hold you over. And I had a home run play on SES this month. I made $9,000 on SES this month. That was my home run play. Also, I think it might have been BNGO. I did have a huge winner on as well. So I had a few home run plays this month, and I usually have those like once or twice a month, and that does hold me over. And it's good to be able to spot out those plays with big potential. So if you think XNET has a big potential to unwind, for the remainder of the day, and hey, man, stick to your targets and just be patient and let the trade work out as you planned it to. Yeah, so XNET, this tape's bothering me. Just kind of going sideways. I just want to see a flush on XNET really badly. Well, let's look at SES. Let's see how SES is looking. SES. Pretty straight up move from $6. Come on. All right, let's see. NAVB channeling. Just looking around, seeing what else we got going on. BIMI. BIMI looks like the same exact chart, right? Look at that. Like the same exact uptrend on SES. So if you guys have any questions, I'll probably wrap it up in the next 5 minutes here. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment. My big dog's name is Leo, and he's an Argentinian Mastiff. Pretty big dog. Eros. That was a fun one, Eros. We swung that one back in the day. I did see that one up on some decent volume. I'm not sure where it went. Carlos, for me, this is not something I would usually take. To me, this is like more of a bounce play here. Just probably some bigger shorts covering here. Some bounce players playing the stock on SES. So I see this more as a bounce. Uh, it's possible. I mean, it's still a micro float, but I'd be surprised if I see this thing get over $10 over here on SES. Travel thoughts. What was your turning point? It took me, about a year and a few months to really start seeing some consistency in my trading. So a little bit over a year, and big turning point for me is Alex helped me a lot along the way. Alex was kind of my mentor because he had an extra year of trading than I did. He's been trading for 4 years, and I've been trading for 3 years now, and he was a really big help and mentor to me. He really pushed me to start tracking and journaling my trades. I never really done that before, but Alex really pushed me to do that. Start tracking my trades. Taking setups, because a lot of my trades, my first year were kind of random trades. Like I didn't have no strategy. I just kind of saw what it was gapped up. I was like, oh, NAVB gapped up, low float. I'm just gonna look for a dip and long it. But that's not enough. It's not enough. You gotta have a strategy. You gotta have a game plan. You gotta have a watch list. And Alex really helped me, realize that, and he helped me take the leaps and steps to creating my own strategies and tracking my trades. And that was a big turning point for me, because then I was able to attack every day with edge, with strategy, and that led me to start becoming more consistent in the market. So I hope that helps answer your questions. Coho, I'd have to disagree with you, man. I wouldn't say it takes 5 years to get good at trading. And I'm not saying, by no means am I saying, is it easy. It's not easy at all. If you guys think this is easy, I'm telling you, it's not. It's extremely hard. But I would have to disagree with you. I don't think it takes 5 years to get good at trading. I mean, it really depends on your worth ethic. I mean, I could be, I could use anyone for example. I'll just use Alex. Alex, right? Let's say Alex been trading for 4 years, right? And he's been doing it every single day for 4 years. And then you have another guy who's been trading for 8 years, right? But Alex works harder, right? He puts in more work than the other guy who's been trading 8 years. He wants it more. He's more dedicated. He studies more. You can't say the guy is better than him because he has 4 more years. Meanwhile, Alex worked way harder than him. So I have to disagree with you there. Dude, who cares? I had two losses yesterday. I don't give a shit. Like, it doesn't matter. Just because I had two losses yesterday, that means I'm not a good trader. Okay, you know, it doesn't matter, dude. I'm well green on the month, on the year. I'm well green. I know I'm a consistent trader, so I could care less if I have two losses. That really doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't gauge my trading ability because I have two losses, right? That's kind of idiotic statement in my opinion. yeah, guys, if you guys don't expect it, if you guys are, if you guys expect me to come on the stream and have a green day every day, I say just click off my stream and don't watch it. It's just a fact that trading is a part of the game. Just like you said, in baseball, you're gonna strike out. You're not gonna have a base hit every time at bat. You're gonna have some strikeouts. Same in trading, you're gonna have some losses. Same with anything. You're gonna miss some free throws here and there. You're not gonna be. There's no 100% free throw shooter in basketball. It's just a part of the game. You're gonna have some losses. It's how you manage your risk, your losses. To me, if I'm taking small losses, to me it's good. Are you taking big losses, massive losses every day? That may be a problem. But if you're taking small losses every now and then, that's fine. It's a part of the game. It's how you're managing your risk. Are you sticking to your rules? Are you sticking to your setups? That's what matters in trading. It's not about, the losses. It's a matter of, how you're managing the losses. Are you sticking to your rules? Are you taking good setups? That's what matters. Yeah, I don't care if I have a loss, right? But I do care if I broke rules. That's something I would care about. If I didn't stick to my stop loss, that's something I would care about. If I took a non-niche setup or a really bad setup, that's something I care about. But if I took a good loss and I was like, all right, Nick, that was a good trade, just didn't go my way, I'm perfectly fine with that. Dude, I'm sorry, Coho, man. It's not the first time you did that, dude. I've been seeing you, done that a few times, man. So I'm gonna have to ban you, dude. I've seen you do that a few times. That wasn't just the first time you've done that, dude. I'm sorry. I don't like banning people, guys, but if you keep at it and you're just being annoying, I'm gonna have to ban you from the channel, and I hate doing that. So I'm gonna wrap it up, guys, in the next minute or two here. Trust me, guys. I hate banning people, but that's what it's. I'm just gonna have to do it. I'm just gonna have to ban certain people, even in Discord chat. It's the last thing I want to do. I would like to think I'm a nice guy, but if people are gonna continue at it and be annoying and be disrespectful, I'm gonna have to ban you. Brody, appreciate that, man. Thank you for the support. Exactly. I agree, Chris. I don't care what you guys talk about. You guys could have fun in here. Have a good time. Talk about sports, baseball, basketball. I don't really care. But if you're gonna be disrespectful, you're gonna be mean. Uh, you're gonna spread a lot of negativity. I'm gonna have to ban you, and that's gonna apply for Discord too. So in YouTube chat and Discord, gonna have to enforce some rules here because we are growing a lot. We're getting a lot more people, and it's just gonna have to be for now on. But with that being said, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up in the next minute here. Preston, do I watch UFC? A little bit. I'm not a hardcore UFC fan, but if it's like a big fight night, I'll watch it with a few friends. Dean, where do I think XNet's gonna hit? Really hard to tell now on XNet. It definitely looks like it's being propped. Now it's back at 450s. So it's a tricky one on XNet. But I wouldn't be long biased today on XNet. I'll tell you that. I wouldn't be long biased on this one. It's possible it could just go sideways all day in this channel, but I would be more of a more leaning towards the short side today on XNet. But guys, I'm gonna have to wrap up the stream now. So once again, I do appreciate all you guys being here. It means a lot to me. Salute to everyone, all you guys over in chat and watching the live stream. So I'm gonna have to wrap it up now. No trades for me this morning. If I do take any trades, I'll let you guys know over in Discord. So once again, everyone have a great day, and I'll see you all in Discord. Peace.